Well done, and welcome to the first of the winter interviews, and we're here with Bobby. As you can see, getting ready for Christmas, because we are in middle of December at the moment. So hopefully he has a good Christmas for the works due, of course. And we're going to be having a chat with Bobby now. So first of all, good afternoon, Bobby.
Hi, all right?
Hello, and thank you very much for doing this. Do appreciate it.
No problem.
So we'll just have a quick chat. We've had quite a few questions in from people off Stocksnet, Facebook, Twitter, etc. Okay, so one or two are a bit weird, but one or two are pretty serious ones as well, actually. You're going to be my first victim this year, so let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
And we'll start about pre-Formula 1. So I know you had your Formula 2.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Did you race before that?
Raced mini stocks. Started when I was 13. Had a few years in there, and then the idea was always to go into the F2s, and then eventually progress into the F1s. So yeah, that's really how it's gone so far.
So you've never thought of doing any other sort of oval sport like saloons or bangers and all that side of it?
No, it was always
stock
cars. Yeah, I'd love to do truck racing. That's one of my goals. Yeah. But if that opportunity comes, I don't know. We'll see.
That's a big jump,
isn't
it?
Yeah.
Financially and
yes,
ability-wise, yeah. Yes. So we've got the Formula 1 now. So how many years now is it into Formula 1? I should have looked this up, shouldn't I? But
4 or 5, is it?
4 or 5?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Excellent. And we'll look back at the 2019 season. Yeah. So if you don't mind me saying, quite a decent one for you, actually.
Yeah. No, well, we've had a good year. Everything's just seemed to fell right. Just my luck as well as my confidence and the cars. Obviously I've had the tarmac car this year off Folding Family. That's been brilliant. Shell car off Daz, that's been brilliant as well. Can't fault it, and everything's just fell right for me. It's been real good year. We've fully enjoyed it. So.
Brilliant. Well, a few people have asked about the folding cars. We'll come back to the cars in a moment. Yeah. And did you basically achieve what you wanted to do? Because that's one of the questions we've had from some of the viewers here. So Dave Tunnell, cheers for your question, Dave. So your achievements for this year, have they gone past what you were planning?
Oh, yeah, well and above. Going into the start of the season, someone said, you're going to go into that last race with a chance of winning the silver. Yeah. I'd
bit of
a joking kind of thing. But now it's been brilliant. I've loved it. Again, a few wins here and there, and battling with some good drivers. It's been brilliant.
And if I remember rightly, it boiled down to, was it a flat tyre in the final?
Yeah, I got a puncture. Yeah. Well, the final I managed to get second, but it was the Grand National.
Sorry.
I got a flat tyre, but it's one of the only races I didn't finish all the shootouts. So I just.
Yeah, because I was looking up your stats, and the shootout alone, you didn't have any 0 scores, which just shows what you need to do to be in that top 3 or 4, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just being consistent, finishing races, even if it's just scraping through and getting the points kind of thing. I've never one for stopping. I'll always keep going if I can.
But if you don't mind me asking, would you say you were disappointing because there was only one final win all year? And that was at Skegness. So is that a bit of a downer side of it?
Not really, no. I say we go into every race wanting to win, but if we don't,
as long as you enjoy it.
Yeah, we still have a beer and we still have a laugh. Still take piss out of each other and stuff. There's no pressure from my team kind of thing. And it's always been like that way all the way through my racing career. There's no pressure. We work hard at work, and then weekends.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, that's it. We enjoy ourselves.
Brilliant. I've got quite a few people watching, nearly up to 100 live, which is really good. Mark Sargent's one of them. Why aren't you working, Mark? You lazy git. Mark wants to know, have you been working out? We'll say that as a yes.
Didn't grow my hair like yours, Mark.
Didn't know he had any left at his age. And Bradley Fairest as well. Going Ealing What's that?
I'd love to. You come in.
What's that? Is that like a fishing or something?
Yeah, that's it.
Excellent. We've got Bradley watching now. We're going to hopefully have Bradley on after Christmas, which should be a good one. Finn Sargent watching as well. So there's quite a few drivers all watching, trying to nick some ideas or anything maybe that you might have. So we'll just come back to anybody who is watching. Please do pop your questions through. And like I said, it's all live. It's not pre-recorded, so we can ask Bobby anything he wants to know within reason, obviously. So just come back to a couple of questions we've had from the people at home. Ricky Curzon was just asking, you went to New Zealand at the beginning of the year. How did you find that experience?
It's unbelievable. You go and we get a good following here, but over there it's just something else. It's like a football stadium or it's a rugby stadium, and it's filled up to. Yeah,
they sell out tickets, don't they?
Rotorua, the 240s, that they were turning people away. It was that full. The fans, they love it. They all follow their own teams and whatever. But as soon as their team gets knocked out, they get dressed up in another team's outfit and follow them. And they really get behind us, the GB team, and it's wonderful.
It's on my bucket list to go over maybe.
Definitely.
God knows when, but I'll try. I'd love to go over and experience that. And UK drivers, who do you admire? Now, it's past or present, obviously. So who's up there where you're thinking, I'd love to be either on their level or somebody in the past who's been...
obviously there's John Holland.
Sir John,
obviously.
That's it.
He's just awesome, brilliant. Obviously, at the minute, there's Tom, there's Frank, people you look up to, he's trying to beat. There's loads of good drivers out there, Lee. And the thing is, you go out and you want to beat them. I've grown up watching them. Like Frank, watched him for years and years and years. And the thing is, I'm racing against him now. And it is a strange feeling. But it is good. It's really good.
I must admit, I felt that when I had my one go at Bellevue, lining up behind Frank and Stuart and Tom and John Lund, and I'm thinking, Christ, what am I doing here? And I tried to keep out of the way, but I didn't. Martin Newman, cheers for your question. Are you looking forward to racing next year?
Yeah, definitely. We're the cars are all coming. They're in pieces at the minute, getting rebuilt, strengthened, and we'll be getting pack shop blasted, powder coated, ready for the new year kind of thing.
Excellent. And Jamie Curtis has just asked, what's your favourite or best track? That's still open, but we'll come back to that in a minute.
I do like Stoke. I like a few out in Holland, Texel. I like that. But we do go for the racing, but it's the crack after as well. It's like Sheffield. I wouldn't say it's my favourite track, but we'll go out in Sheffield after and have beers. That's it. Beers. We'll go out for a meal. It's only local to me. It's only 40 minutes away, but that's what it's all about. It brings all the family together and friends and whatever. I met my girlfriend through stock car racing.
Excellent.
That's the way it goes, really.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, that brings us on to just one of the questions again from one of the people at home was about the tracks. Unfortunately, we've heard stories over the last few days about Birmingham possibly going. We know the situation with Bellevue. Stoke has gone. What, as a driver's side of it, do you think is the way forward? Do you think it's a case of looking at non-ORCI tracks, see if they want to be part of the fold, go down the Dutch avenue of getting in touch with autograss tracks, see what we can do there? What do you think
they're on about Leicester, aren't they? There's one down there. There's loads of tracks about. It's just, have they got the right standards for Formula 1 stock cars to turn up? Because end of the day, the big things that they all bring transporters. They've all got big trucks, buses. It's so hard. It'd be nice just dig an old lint floor and then get on with it like they do in Holland and stuff. But it's so hard. There's no right or wrong answer to it all. I think it's just a case of hopefully trying to get guys to relax the rules and
See what we can do.
That's it, race more places.
Yeah, excellent. Well, Mark mustn't have anything else to do because he's watching still. He's got another question. I think I need to get Mark to do one of these, actually. It'd be quite good, wouldn't it? He says, such a handsome young man, what moisturiser do you use? He's a cheeky sort, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, you can tell he doesn't use it, can't you? The way he looks.
Yeah.
He's going to kill me, when I next see him. Paul has put on Johnson's baby lotion. Which I thought was quite good. A couple of more questions then. Cost comparison. So we'll talk about cost. A couple of people have put about what you think, again, on the driver's side, how we could possibly reduce the costs. And how do the costs compare with Formula 2? Because you're perfectly able to answer
the F2s, it's one of them. It depends what level you want to be at. You can spend unlimited if you wanted to, but then you can do it at a cost. It all depends. F1s, I'd say it's a bigger outlay to start if you're buying the big engines and whatever. But then once you get going, if you keep out of trouble, it'll, like I say, damage and all that. The rest of it, like the F2s, they used to fall in pieces, and it was a corner here and bumper there. Where the F1s, you can do a bit of crashing and you straighten it out and. What Dad's
get sledgehammer on it, yeah.
That's
I was going to say, do you do your own work or what? You an actual driver does your own work?
I don't, to be honest. I'm busy at work and that. Well, I do it at the track and stuff, and if I'm about, I'll do a bit. But with that busy at work, it's easier to get someone else to do it, kind of thing. Because if I wasn't at work, stuff at work wouldn't happen.
Of course, yeah. Just going back to the cost. So I believe the new Shocker is possibly coming in soon.
Yeah.
I think we've still got a year to run off the old one or something. Have you not looked up to it?
I didn't go to age yet.
Right. So the Shockers were pretty shocking, weren't they, to be honest? They weren't up to the standard, were they?
The thing is, it's a shocker, isn't it?
Yeah.
Same for everybody. Yeah, they might break, they might whatever, but something's always going to break. There's always going to be a weak link in it. I know loads of people complain about it, but if you don't like it, do something else. Basically.
Yeah, excellent. Again, loads of questions. This is most questions I've had live for a long time, actually. We've got Michael Newman. Who do you think is the hardest driver to race against at the moment? Hardest, yeah.
Mal Brown.
Yeah, the old timers.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
I shouldn't say that, should I? And Seamus, what does Bobby think about Formula Ones on tour? Like a few years ago, we did it, didn't we, for the anniversary?
Yeah.
So things like, obviously, we're going to Scotland this year because that's every 2 years anyway.
Yeah.
But I think we went to Bristol, we went to a couple of other places, didn't we? It's a one-off sort of fixture. Yeah. So what do you think about that side of it?
Yeah, that'd be good. I'd be well up for it. When I set off racing, I always said I want to race as many tracks as I can and as many formulas as I can. I just enjoy the racing. But yeah, if that happens, I'll be up for it, definitely.
Brilliant. Paula wants to know, do you hire cars out?
I don't, but that's Kitson he does.
Somebody does.
Yeah.
Well, get in touch if anybody wants to hire one, of course. Well, that brings us on to hire type cars. I can't see where the question is. I did write it. There we go. Colin Worley has asked something about, did you mention you were going to be building a track a few years ago?
Yeah, well...
What's happened with that?
Well, we bought a yard down the road and we had a go, basically. We just... Not building one, we just took cars down there and had a spin round, and I took some pictures on the internet, and then it was, he's building one now.
Right, okay, so everybody jumped the gun sort of thing, yeah?
So, I'd love to, and I wouldn't say it's out of the question, but... Not at the minute, we've got enough on.
Of course, yeah. And the folding hire car you mentioned, so what's happening with that one?
I know they're building another car at the minute, but it'll be just kind of carrying on, race it again next year, and
no problem.
Keep them busy fixing it.
So let's just going back to the World Final now.
Yep.
So obviously, what's your outstanding memory? Andrew's asked your memories of the World Final.
Just going out on not the rolling lap, but on the parade lap, and just seeing all them people, and even just getting into it, because I got through for the last chance, and I didn't expect that. That was like the start of it all. It was like, that was the confidence boost for the rest of the season, really. I managed to get in, and it's just brilliant being involved in it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know, I got a rubbish start and messed up kind of thing, but.
Right.
There's always next year.
Yeah, well, I'm same as you, because when I mechanic for Nigel course, when he was on World Final at Coventry, the hairs on the back of my hand, and I wasn't even racing. I just went on to give him his helmet and stuff. It's an amazing feeling, isn't it, with the crowd and everything? It's brilliant. And another memory, Mark Osborne, Northampton. You tried to go and visit the crowd, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a bit of
what was going through your mind at that point when you were just hanging there? And
well, I was trying to get into the shootout and pushing, and it didn't work out. But no, that was a long night fixing it, and luckily we scraped through on the Sunday, so we did all right. But no, I just when going round and round, I shut my eyes as soon as I go into anything. I shut my eyes anyway. And then someone showed me the video of it, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
It was a big one.
Yeah, it was violent, but no.
You were right, yeah. Excellent. And so, talk about Northampton. How do you think the success of changing it to shale has gone? Because I know he had a lot of problems in the first year because the weather was horrendous for him.
Yeah, he's been unlucky, really. The weather it's killed it quite a few times, but he's trying. And when the meeting's on, you can see he's trying. If he keeps trying, he'll succeed. Yeah. Obviously, I like it because at the shale, more shale tracks, we're losing shale tracks. So I think he's got the right idea, but just keep on going.
Well, I think it proved it on the Saturday of the European because it was dry that day, wasn't it? So that was a brilliant meeting.
It was.
It was just unfortunate it peed it down again, didn't it, on the Sunday? Now, a couple of ones. Carl Hawkins is watching. It's not a very serious one. This. Found your hoodie yet? Also,
no.
What's the story behind that?
Well, me and Carl, we all we wanted was our hoodies to get into this shootout. We just want a hoodie. They give me a hoodie. It lasts one meeting, and I lost it.
That's bloody useless, then, aren't you?
My mum didn't pack it for me, and it's just disappeared. It's gone.
Brilliant. So coming down to racing numbers and stuff, Wayne and Steve sent a question in. Why 166? What's any connection?
Well, just my favourite number was 6 when I started, and then the mini stocks 6 had already gone, so I took 66. And then the first go in the Formula 1 was I raced still in William Maynard's car, and I applied for the number 66 and it had gone again. And I said, oh, well, 166, and that was kind of thing, and just gone from there.
Stuck with it.
Yeah.
Excellent. And Matty wants to know, it'll be Reet.
Yeah.
What's the story behind that?
Well, the transport manager here, Richard, that has always been his thing. A driver will come in, I've got this, it'd be right. Be right. And it's just stuck.
Just come from that?
Yeah, it's just stuck.
Excellent. Brilliant. Carl wanted to know, he's actually done some work in this as well, actually, with some background. Highest graded driver with no family connections. Is that right, or is there a secret uncle who used to race or anything like that?
No, well, my dad used to race F2s years and years ago, but on a shoestring budget kind of thing. And my cousin, or my dad's cousin, he still races. He raced Formula 2s, but he's now racing the Outlaws. Right. But now I used to play football, and we got fed up of it. And one night we were having a Chinese and chatting away. He says, "Oh, should we go watch stock cars?" Right. And it was the Wayman Memorial at Sheffield.
At Sheffield, yeah, and absolutely leathered it down. Got soaked wet through. Yeah.
And I remember seeing this car going round. Me and my dad. It was a gold one, not gold roof. It was just gold coloured. Yeah. And it's for sale on it. So we went and seen this guy, and he says, "Oh yeah, it's for sale after this meeting." And then we went and picked up on the Sunday. Wow. And that's just how it started. So.
Excellent. Yeah. And you've regretted it ever since? Well, the bank manager has.
Yeah. No, I absolutely love it.
Oh, but there's nothing like it, is there? You know, it is difficult when if I say outsiders come to a first meeting. A lot of them just don't get it, and so for you to actually jump in with both feet, and I think Nigel was the same. He jumped in, and after the gala meeting, it's amazing, and it's quite. It's not the usual thing. It's usually families or people who've been involved in the sport for donkey's years. No. So did you think it would be as not as hectic but as full on as you thought when you first started?
I suppose not really when I first started, but as we've gone, like at my first year in the F2s, I think we did 66 meetings or something. Right. And or 61, something like that. We did a lot, and we did. I think we come down the next year, and we said, all right, we'll move up to F1s, and it's a lot better paced, the F1s now. There's
You've got weekends off, haven't we?
Off and stuff. Don't get me wrong, you probably would usually at a race meeting somewhere
Watching
else.
Something else, yeah.
No, the thing is, if I didn't do that, I'd probably be in the pub drinking kind of thing. So this is better, I think.
Definitely. So let's have a think of the future of yourself and the sport itself. What do you think can be done by promoters, BSCDA, Brisca, people like that, to try and encourage people to come and watch the sport? Because unfortunately, crowds are dwindling, aren't they? Well, not to an emergency sort of level, but they're not what they were 5 years ago or 6 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I think all these videos on the internet is brilliant, and what they've done with explaining championships and roof colours, the videos on there, that's really good, because like I said, as an outsider coming in,
you don't know what's going on.
What's going on? Yeah. Going, Jesus Christ! But no, they're really good. Like Speaky, he's promoting it really well. He's raising that bar of the tracks, which is brilliant. Because at the end of the day, you go anywhere now. You go to a football stadium or whatever you go, the toilets are right, the food's right, the drink's right. There's warm places to be stood. People bringing young kids, they don't want to be freezing.
No.
But no, I think that's the way it's got to go. If stock cars are going to carry on, it's got to be to that standard, because people will go elsewhere.
Yeah, I think they come down and watch one and think, oh, that's really good, but never come again.
That's it. The amount of people I've spoke to and talk about racing, and oh yeah, I watched that. We went to Skegness, or we went here and we loved it. Well, why aren't you being back? Oh well, we're busy. And you've got to make it the priority, because for the fans to come, because there's so much things to do now and see and whatever. But you just got to try and keep getting these car numbers and getting the action, because that's what stock cars is about. It's about stock car racing. It's not about racing round whoever's at front wins kind of thing. It's the stock car racing. So.
It's the skill side, of course, not just the speed, isn't it?
Yeah,
brilliant. So your plans for 2020? Presuming it's going to be shootout first, trying to get into that, or one of the other championships? Do you think it's time?
I'd like to get a championship.
To have a go,
that'd be nice to get a championship under my belt, but we'll see. Take it at the weekend.
See how it goes. Solemn Holland again this year, 2020.
Yeah. All being well with work and that, we'll be going. We usually organise it the week before. I think there's some questions on there about my ferry booking skills.
Yes, the one. Yeah. I didn't jot that one down actually. I forgot about that one.
No, I'm not very good. I've once missed 2 ferries in a single day.
Oh right, okay.
I'm not very good.
You're not very good. So you've got the Red Reef, of course. This year, did you feel that that's the level for the amount of time you've been in the sport where you should be? Is that why you think?
I was bordering line red. I was always top blue for the last year kind of thing, and I've always just not quite got there. And it was nice, because I thought that it was going to be, he's only red top because he's got 2 cars now, but I managed to get to red top with the shell car, and then now hopefully I should just keep it with having both cars and just keep getting results, and obviously try and win, but just getting results and get that red top.
Excellent. Well, if anybody's got any more questions, and I can see Phoebe's watching. Hi Phoebe, hope you're well. Anybody else who may have a question, because we are going to be finishing off in a few minutes, because I've took enough of Bobby's time at the moment. There's over 100 people watching live, which is really good again. So please do give us a question. Austin Moore as well. Austin, how are you doing? How things are going up there? What are your thoughts of, just going back to the tracks, etc., with Bellevue, for example? How would that affect yourself in relation to not sticking with the sport, but knowing that another track just not too far from you is gone? It just means a lot further away trips, doesn't it, to get your racing in, basically?
Yeah, I suppose so. It's we want to be next door. That's where we want to. That should be the aim for us. But whether that'll happen, I don't know. It's one of them. You do what you can to get out there. I did hear I was talking to someone at one of the Christmas dues we've been to, and they were on about it and saying, could we do with just one track, making it absolutely brilliant, big nice stadium and everything, and just doing one track, racing once, twice a month at one track, which I thought was quite a good idea. But it's just depending whereabouts it is in the country for people. Like Austin Moore and people up there travelling down to Kings Lynn, Mildenhall.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah, that's it. It's miles away. But then where we are, Retford, it's quite good because we're straight on the A1, M18. We jump anywhere, and really furthest we go is like Mildenhall's 3, Cowden Beef, that's 6. But then everywhere else is 2, 1.5, 2. So I'm really quite good here where we are.
Yeah.
So.
Well, because Lewis Griffiths just put something on similar to that about talking about the amount of tracks that we've lost, and it seems to have been a shift from the northwest where we used to have. God, there was about 10 tracks in about an hour of where I used to live. Now Kings Lynn, I get home at 4 o'clock in the morning, sort of thing. But I'm mad enough to do it, sort of thing. It is something that we can't just keep putting our heads in the sand and hoping tracks turn up.
Yeah.
It's a difficult situation.
It is very hard. But I don't know. Like I said, there's no right or wrong answer. It's trying to get the happy medium with everyone. It's always about money. It's always about money. And I don't know. I don't know the answers to.
No, that's fine. No, that's great. Steve Gibson, car improvement. So obviously you've gone well this year with the car. Have you got any little tricks you can share with us, or are you going to keep it secret, or is it not about that? Is it just?
Yeah, no, we're strengthening the car up a hell of a lot this year.
Right.
We've done a few different bits and bobs to it, but it's more about the strength. We want to be able to crash and carry on.
Yeah.
Don't get wrong. I've done a good amount of crashing and carried on, but we just want that extra bit.
Well, I think I was talking to Tom, and he said he strengthened his inside nerve for the World Final.
Yeah.
Because he knew he was going to possibly get leathered in.
Yeah, that's right.
But how would that affect the weight of the car? Would you have to move the weight around? Or?
Yeah, move probably a bit, but I'll have to. Few less burgers.
I can't talk. Right, Chris Clark has just been on. Big Chris, will you have your own tar car next year if Jordan takes his back?
No.
Don't know. That's all right. No worries.
Hopefully he won't take it off.
Hopefully he won't. Brilliant. Anybody else? Just last couple of minutes. Any more questions? Because, like I said, Bobby's busy here at work. So Christmas dues coming up and stuff, the usual Christmas stuff. What does Bobby do on Christmas Day?
Christmas Day, well, I'm moving into a house on Wednesday.
Oh God!
I know. It's been a nightmare, but if I don't do it before Christmas and I go to New Zealand, it'll be March. So
right.
I'm trying to get it all in before. So obviously Abby, she's up from Huddersfield, so Christmas Day will be seeing my family, then straight up to theirs. So that's kind of thing. But I think it's going to be a hectic year this year with, like I say, moving in and I was up Huddersfield last night at a party.
Right.
I'm back up there again tonight.
Wow.
And I'm going to Harrogate on Sunday. So it's just non-stop. You think closed season, I'll have a break.
Have a relax. Yeah, it's not busy. I know, mate. I know, it certainly is. So we do appreciate your time. We really do. We know you're busy and everything. We do thank you very much for doing this. Looks like we might just have one more question then of Lewis. Do you think we'll ever have Coventry back? Or do you think that's it?
Never say never.
Never say never.
Yeah.
Because you would have thought they would have built on it by now if it was definitely going.
The residents around there, they're all wanting us back there. They're wanting the Speedway and the stock cars. Like I say, that's it. Never say never.
Brilliant. Another one. Sorry, Kevin Harbord. Have you been picked for New Zealand team now? Is it a definite, or are you still waiting?
Still waiting. Yeah. No, they're still. I don't know.
Who works all that out? Is that?
It's Guy and Peter.
Right.
They sort all that sort of stuff out though. They work hard, tirelessly all year round, kind of thing, doing it. You see it on the internet and that, and you think, oh, that's easy, but you don't see all the behinds going on.
All the logistics must be a nightmare.
We're just finding 5 cars for drivers,
and
then booking all the flights and getting sponsorship. It's hard work, but they do a great job. So.
Brilliant. Well, if you are going, well, we wish you all the best over there, of course, because we don't do too bad over there, do we?
No.
It's always been bridesmaid, though, haven't we? So close, haven't we? So
close.
We were second a few years ago, weren't we? I think.
Yeah, that's it.
But we do wish you all the best. Well, I'd just like to thank you very much. Just like to thank everybody for watching. Do appreciate it. This video will be on YouTube, Stocksnet, all the usual places. So again, thank you very much for Bobby. Next one's probably going to be Bradley Harrison, hopefully after Christmas. We could have a surprise driver coming up in the next few weeks. There's 2 or 3 I'm chatting with, hopefully going to get them on, and should be some big names coming on live before the start of the season, which is usually Bellevue, but we just don't know what it is at the moment. Possibly Skegness, but we'll see when the fixtures come out. So thank you very much again, Bobby.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you.